Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, everybody, and welcome to this session, Facebook Live. Today we have our guest. His name is Jason. I think most of you have known him. How are you, Jason?
I'm very well, thank you, Albert. Thank you for having me. I appreciate your time.
Okay, I see that in the live chat we have our best friend, Ruhani Rabin. Okay, how
Yes.
are you, Ruhani? And we have Mizano, Bill out, Stephen Moore, and Bill out has been our regular audience,
Yeah.
and Jeffrey Arno. So, guys, if you can see us, and hear our voices, please do me a favor, as usual. Do some housekeeping on click the link of this. Let me put it up, so that everybody knows. Because every time, sometimes people forget, they should click the link. Okay, let me do that.
Hey guys, thank you for joining. Appreciate some familiar faces on here and some new faces as well. So thank you, and I'm sure this live will give you guys a bit more of an understanding of what's happening over the next 3 months. So appreciate all of you spending the time with me and Albert.
Yeah, thank you, Jason, again. So we
No
have been
problem.
talking quite a fair bit, for the last few days, to prepare
Mm,
this Facebook Live. So I initially also was very confused, since this was launched in about 7 months
mm.
ago, and I believe this is the second Facebook Live I'm doing with Jason,
It is. Yeah.
and I think that in future we will have more session. When the things get more matured and more features are added
Mm,
into this voice over air. So
definitely.
without further ado, let me do some housekeeping as usual.
Mm.
Click the link that I put up in the stream or in the Facebook group chat so that you can actually show us your name and also your profile photo while you're commenting. That's important because we do not want to speak to unknown or maybe unnamed or no face people in our backend because we can't see it in the Facebook chat unless we have to open up two screen, so that could be some challenges.
Mm.
So I would also like to remind that because this voiceover VIP voiceovers and voice VIP voices, the upgraded version of this voiceover air is pretty expensive, and we are also fortunate to have this Jason sponsor us the prizes. So today I would like everyone who actually participate in this Facebook live, please comment, give your opinion as well as interact with members, so that we will choose the right what I call winners. So we hope to have a very what I call participative and also interactive what I call interaction with all of you, so that Jason will be more what I call encouraged, by your enthusiasm. Hopefully, this will be a good session. So let's begin. Jason, for the benefit of some people might not, some people might be the first time or maybe the
Mm.
second time in our Facebook Live. I would
Okay.
like to start from zero,
Yes.
zero ground, because that would be better so that everybody know what is are they expecting and what
Okay.
is it all about. So first question, as I usually ask, Jason Low, who are you? Why are you here? And what is your background?
Okay, no problem. I'll give you the Reader's Digest version. So I've been in audio branding, sonic branding for 23 years. I worked for the leading on-hold marketing company in the UK 23 years ago. Worked for them for 3 years, 4 years. Took a sabbatical, started my own company 18 years ago, same product. And within a 5 to 7 year period, we became the global leader within on hold marketing. So I've always had um, a passion for audio, a passion for voice. And 5 years ago, just moving forward after a fantastic time with on hold marketing, we saw a decline in on hold marketing due to the fact that businesses were steering traffic towards their websites, social media pages, etc. So about 5 years ago, I thought, what can we do to really bring this product into the 21st century, up to date, get it into a position where voices are available. So we stumbled over text to speech 5 years ago, and then 2 years ago, actually, 2 years ago on Wednesday, this Wednesday, so on the 25th of October 2021, we launched our mobile app, VoiceOver Air. We've done very well with it. It's on both app stores, been on there now for 2 years, not had the attention it should for a number of reasons. And then I met a lady in January. I don't even know how I found this lady called Michelle Thompson. Have a lot of time for her. She's been on most of the LTD pages, and lovely American lady. I think she worked at Microsoft, and she was like, "Why don't you do an LT lifetime deal?" I was like, "What's a lifetime deal? I've never heard of one in my life." So we had a bit of a brief chat, and then I started to do some research, and that was in beginning of January, and then we launched our first lifetime deal, I think, on the 27th of January, maybe first week of February, somewhere around there. And what our goal was, because our revenue was very limited due to the fact that our marketing budget was very small, very limited as well. So during the period from when we first launched, and since when we did our first live, Albert, we were showcasing the mobile app. And like everybody that was buying the LTD is like, when are you going to bring the desktop version? Well, we had a desktop version when we launched the mobile app, but it was very basic. And I always focused on the mobile because mobile was becoming prominent. The mobile users for creating content, has been ever growing. So we focused on that. However, with that being said, the LTD community, as I mentioned before we went live, is predominantly web-based or desktops, laptops, etc. So what we wanted to do was to bring our previous web version up in line, because it was awful. It was ridiculous. We didn't even market it. It was just there as a backup. If the mobile version went down, users had it to be able to create voiceovers. So if we fast forward five, 4 months from February, which pretty much takes us into the middle of the summer, I saw so many text to speech providers that were offering the same product. And for me, I've always believed in trying to be different to our competitors, because if you're in a market that's saturated with the same product, unless you've got something really that has the wow factor, you're never going to get ahead. So I've spent a lot of time with Well Said Labs, 11 Labs, a couple of others. I was with Lovo. I had a good couple of chats with them a couple of years ago. Stayed away from Lovo for a few reasons, and I made a decision that we needed to add something that was going to blow our users away, the LTD community. And for us, the natural choice was 11 Labs. So how do we incorporate that into our own, into our platform? And because we have our own voices, we're classed as partly a rapper because we do offer text to speech, but I don't see us as a text to speech provider. So if you look at the companies like Listener, Blakeify, now called Utter, and many others out there that there's Talkia, Speechelo, and the market, there's so many in the market. So what I wanted to do is to really not merge them, but give users the opportunity, if they want to create a lot of content, and then use our own voice library, which has been updated. We've removed all of the standard voices. They're all neural voices in there. 35 of those voices have emotion, so you can choose the emotions, which is great. The product's good, but then you have the option if you want to use a better quality. So what it is we're trying to become a hub for content creation rather than just a text to speech provider. We have Epidemic Sound. For anybody who doesn't know Epidemic Sound, we've had a relationship with them for like 7 years now, because our on-hold marketing was using professional voiceovers, license-free music and script, etc. So it was a natural progression with Epidemic Sound. They're one of, if not the leader. When we started with them, they were worth like 200, 300 million. Then when we started the mobile app, they were worth 500 million. And then I think a year and a half, 2 years ago, they're valued at like 1.2 billion, which is great because we've grown with them. They have a lot of confidence in what we do. And it was pretty much the same when we started discussions with 11 Labs. They saw our product, they were blown away, and they were very excited to work with us, and we were very excited to offer their product. So basically, the VIP Voices is a better quality voice library than what we offer. And in VIP Voices, you get voice cloning as well. So pretty much it mirrors what's available apart from right now, which is the dubbing, which is available in 11 Labs, and also projects. They are aiming to, in the new year, put them into the API, which will help us on so many levels. More importantly, will help our users. So that's one thing that we're what the position we're in right now. We have the next 3 months. So, for instance, anybody that's already aware of our web version, everything's on there now. The UI is great. We're still working on that. You've got the voices, you've got the cloning, you've got the music, you've got video. But our timeline has always bugged me, and it's always been a bit of a thorn in our side. So next week, as some may have seen and you saw earlier today, the new timeline is a bit Canva-esque in a way. It's more intuitive, it's more fluid, and the basic version that's coming out next week is going to be just add so much more value to users' content. So that's us. We have a long-term goal. We've got a short-term goal, which is the next 3 months to get captions put on there, bring in the AI transcript, which someone's mentioned. And we also want to bring in AI video at some point. I don't think it's quite there yet, but right now we believe by the end of this year we will be able to integrate text to video, which is great. So users will still be able to upload their own content, add the AI side of the video to it as well. So that's our short-term goal. Into the new year, there's so many things that we want to do. I won't go into them now because I could speak forever, but that's sort of where we've come from. Over the past 18 years as a company, we've evolved from an on-hold marketing provider to a now audio branding, video content creation. And we see ourselves as a hub, and the feedback's been great because I don't want to be using 2 or 3 different apps to create content. I want to be using one app. And that's what our goal is. That's our core goal between now and the end of the year and throughout next year, is to offer the best products all under one roof and make it a hub for content creation. We're not trying to compete with Canva. We're not trying to compete with Adobe. That's just ridiculous, even if we were thinking that. But what our goal is to catch the waves, and there's multiple waves for content creation because it's only growing. You look at TikTok 2 years ago, you look at YouTube Shorts now. People are starting to understand the power of voice. And for me, the text to speech market is really, by next year, we're going to see a big shakeup in the TTS marketplace. A lot of these companies that are offering solely text to speech, at some point you're going to have the big boys that will include text to speech as well. So for us, it's a case of growing at the rate of what the market is and offering our users content. We're not aiming for millions of users. Some people might say, why not? Well, I would much rather focus on having an application that is bespoke, that is boutique, and have 150,000 users within the next 12 to 18 months. And we're confident we'll do that from the support of the audience, our community, and the marketplace as well.
Okay. Yeah, guys, I think whenever Jay talks, he forgets about the timing. So I have to stop him. So Jay, no problem because we have
Sorry.
all the time today because I believe this will be, I would say, one of the few last Facebook Live you're going to have
Yes.
before you actually go into MRR. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
next.
guys, I want to put it to you that this it will be the last LTD shows, or maybe the LTD that is going to do until end of this month, 31st of October.
Yeah.
So it's for real this time. I think many people say that, maybe I will buy it during the Black Friday. Maybe I will buy it some other time, So I would like to hear from Jason. So is it for real that we will be the last LTD you're going to have it now?
I, I can categorically state we were supposed to end today. The only reason why we didn't end today, and it was Sod's Law, if people know what Sod's Law is, basically, we did a live last Saturday, and last week, we didn't reach out to anyone because we were trying to level out and finish the LTD today. However, I have two, now three Instagram pages with around 500,000 between them that want to showcase the app. And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe we could just stretch the LTD till the end of the month. So I can categorically state we're on this fantastic live now with you, Albert, and I'm happy because, like I mentioned, you were one of the first supporters of us. And when we did our first live, it was the mobile app. But next week, I have a few more coming up this week. I have a quite a large AI page on Facebook. In total, there's like another 3 or 4 lives, and then the promotions are across Instagram, across multiple platforms. So I can tell you now that you will not see another LTD from us after the 31st. So a week, just after a week or so today, we won't be doing another LTD. We're in a position now where we have a fantastic web app. We've got a new mobile app coming out by the end of the year. We'll have a new timeline on by next week, by Tuesday, Wednesday at the very latest the next week. So we don't see the need to keep it because at some point it will just pop. And we're not going to do that. It needs to be sustainable. It's still sustainable. Some people have said, "Oh, you've been doing this LTD for 8 months now." Yeah, but we've not been on AppZumo. We haven't been with Rocket Hub, Sasilla. So we've not been selling multiples of this. This is just another revenue. And on a good week, well, we had a good month when we first launched VIP, and we did like 2,500 users within like a space of 10 to 14 days. But since that, it's slowed because we haven't been pushing it. It's there, but we're not marketing it at a level that needs to, like, people think, oh, you're just doing it to cash grab, you're doing it to generate, revenue as quickly as possible. Yeah, that part of that is true, but it's not our only revenue stream. We've got contracts we're signing with a company called NC here in Indonesia, the largest media group. We've got like 3 or 4 irons in the fire with them. So, this isn't about capital raise for us. Yes, at the very beginning it was, back in February, March and April, it was that case for sure. But we've been able to sustain what we've done. And next week, to answer your question again, it will be done. It will be over. And anyone that comes to us on the 1st of November, I'm going to have one word for you. Well, 2 words. I'm sorry. You're not getting it. It will be done.
Yeah, because I see some comments in maybe in the LTD community saying that uh, you have. I mean, people are actually worrying, because if
Of
LTD
course.
stretch for too long,
Of
So
course, of course, and I respect that, understand that, because of as I said, I've only been in the LTD community for nearly 9 months now, and I've seen so many failures. But one thing I've always done in business is I'm very candid. I'm the front of this company, and a lot of these things that go on AppZumo, you might see a picture of the founder, and I'm not going to go into a negative spiel here, but the difference between me is I've got a footprint, a footprint across business for 18 years. I've not just started this company. I know how to conduct myself in business. I know how to deal with people, and everybody gets, the same from me. I'll give you a 100% attention. If I have the time, you'll get it. If I don't, at some point, I'll make it. So, from me, as many people that I see names on here, they've known me for that period, and I've not gone anywhere, and I'm we're staying here as a company. We're in the strongest position we have ever been in since we launched the mobile app. And that's because of the LTD community. That's because of the amazing team that we have. And without blowing my own trumpet, it's because of the drive and the determination that I have to make this a success. I believe in what we're doing. I have a passion for it, and it's growth over greed, not the other way around for us.
Okay, thank you, Jason,
No
for your
problem.
elaborate explanation. That's
Mm.
important because Black Friday is about a month from now,
Yeah.
and most founders of other apps or maybe WordPress plugin or whatever,
Mm.
they will swarm the market. They will give very good prices, or
Mm.
maybe they will give some more discount or whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody was thinking that this is the time to buy everything that you do not want to buy for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Yes, to certain extent, but then I also know that some founders will not vouch, will not reduce
Yeah.
the price even in this Black Friday.
Yeah.
So I do not want to name them. I know some of them.
Okay.
So maybe this is just a pre-warning that we are going to do it the last LTD 31st of October for this voiceover air. If you're going to have a what you call buy it, please do it now so that
Yeah.
you won't regret it. I always hate to say buy it now or regret later. So but
Yeah.
sometimes we did do mistakes.
Yeah.
So guys,
Well,
without actually what you call doing some sales talk, let's go into the back end,
okay.
for Jason to show you, because I believe most of you have seen the back end, but also not a number of them of you have not seen that. Okay, please do so.
Okay, no problem. So let me share my screen with you now. What I'll do, I'll keep it as simple as possible for everyone. Let me just highlight this. Just let me know once you see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, is that just? Can you just see one screen there, or is it looking
This
like?
is an infinity screen. You have to
Oh,
go to the right tab.
okay. Let me go. Where's that right tab? Let me find that now.
No, no,
Where
no.
where is that?
You're on, not no, on
Okay.
top of your Windows.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Let me do this.
Which tab you are going to?
Is that
Yeah.
good?
Yes,
All
that's
right.
right.
Superb. All right. Fantastic. So this is a user's account. So over the past, we've actually only been live nearly 6 weeks this Friday, and a lot of things have changed. And the people that are on this live right now who've been supporters of us
This
from the very
Friday.
beginning. You'll see we've made a lot of changes. Like, for instance, users couldn't, when we first launched, save their projects, their productions. They can now. So this is the area where you can edit, you can add thumbnails to your creations. Let me just hide that a second. Create new voice. So what we'll do is we'll just go into random one here. So as you can see, we've got voice, music, video. This UI is getting updated on a regular basis. It will be updated later this week. And as I mentioned on this live, this area here is it makes my eyes cry. It makes me cry. But by this time next week, or what are we on today? Yeah, okay. So by the 1st of November or before, I'm not going to put my neck on the line and say it's going to be ready Friday, but before the first, this whole thing here, this whole timeline, the voices, the music, and the video will will be completely different. Completely different. It's going to look so much more better, so intuitive. And right now, you can actually add multiple voices. At the moment, you can only add one music track and also one video. In the new timeline coming in a week's time, you can add multiple voices, multiple music tracks, and multiple videos. Okay. So, that for us is going to make a huge difference to the UI, but more importantly, it's going to make a huge difference to users' content, to the UX. Okay. So here, this your text field. You can see here, I don't know if I can highlight this, but let me see if I can. Yes, I can. Okay. So here at the very bottom, you get available characters per production, which is 15,000. Okay. So 15,000 doesn't sound like a lot, but it's actually about, it averages around 3,000 words. That 3,000 words at a average speaking pace is about 26 minutes of content. Okay. Right now. That's what you can do inside our app. At some point, we're going to be offering long form content, embedding lots of other things. But right now, you get 26 minutes of content, of audio content. Okay. So you put your text in here as I've highlighted it. So then what you do then is you click next. And then these are the 11 Labs voices. Okay, so we've added a filter here for male, female. Previously, a couple of weeks ago, our users who've been very bloody patient with us were only able to scroll through. Okay, so as you can see here, the voice library actually currently has 100 and I think 130. We initially were only going to offer 30 or 30 plus, and I was like, why not give users as much as possible without overcrowding the UI and without having too many, because some of these TTS providers are like, yeah, we've got 700 voices, we've got 1,000 voices. And it's like, yeah, but most of them are standard that you get from Amazon Poly or Google or Azure or whoever. So what we have always done, and I've done this on the mobile app and we've done it now on the web version, is to provide you with the best. I'm cherry picking at the moment the voices that are of the highest quality. I'm very critical of them. In the new year, right now, just so everybody knows, anybody that hasn't heard this, in the new year, at some point, 11 Labs will add the voice library to the API. So what that basically means is users will be able to cherry pick themselves and add voices from the voice library into the speech synthesis. Okay, so they'll be able to add their own. Right now, they've not included it. So if it's not in the API, we can't include it. Okay, so the speech synthesis, we use the multilingual V2, which came out a couple of months ago with 11 Labs. All of the voices that you see here in the scroll down, you'll see here there's 29 languages in total, from Arabic right through to Ukrainian. All of these voices are multilingual. Okay, so you're going to hear or when you, if you're already a user or you're going to purchase a VIP, you'll hear any of these voices will speak in that language, any of the languages you see there. However, they will have an accent. Okay, because they'll have an accent of American. It will be at the moment. 11 Labs have American, British, Australian, Indian, and I can't remember the other one. But with that being said, they've opened up now their cloning. They've got professional voice cloning, and we have instant voice cloning. So these voices here are the clone voices. I'll let you listen to one in just a moment. But what we're asking, and also 11 Labs are asking, is people from our users, and they're asking other partners that they're with to ask their users, will they share their data? Because the more data that 11 Labs have in different languages, as I've just shown you, the 28 languages there, the more data that they have in those native tongues, the better, the faster that 11 Labs will be able to add more accents. So it will sound more accurate. It will sound in that native tongue rather than an American, a bit of an American accent speaking in German, for instance, or speaking in Japanese. So this is a constant progression from 11 Labs. We work very closely with them on this, and we're providing data to them. So please note right now, if you are interested in this or you are a user of our app, most of you know through our community that right now the voices are in those languages that I've just mentioned, but they do have an accent. So for instance, I'll shut up for a second and I'll let the other version of me speak. And that's an old one. 1 second. My internet's really slow at the moment, so let me just put that on there. Just give me a second. Yeah, my CPU's wouldn't. Oh, there we go. So that's one of my voice clones. Now that voice clone there took me literally 65 seconds to create. There's a couple of me there. 65 seconds. And I didn't change any of the stability, any of the voice settings. I just wanted to put it on raw to see the actual quality that came back. I'll show you in a moment the voice cloning. So I'll come back to that. So right now you can see here we have the voices. You can have a preview of this voice. So let me, oh, this is me again. Let me change it to this one. So you can have a preview of the voice. I do apologize. My internet after 9 o'clock starts to slow down. So there shouldn't be much lacking on this. It's always the same. After 9 o'clock, it's like everybody's watching Netflix in the area or something. But there you go. Okay. Okay, my thing didn't go. Let me preview. Okay. So let me come back to that in a second. I actually didn't finish that off. So with the voices, as I've said, you've got all of the voices here. You can actually preview the voices. And at the moment, what we aren't doing, whereas 11 Labs are counting. So you get the preview voices in 11 Labs, but the generic preview voices. So for instance, let me press this guy here. So you get your generic preview, which is the same as on 11 Labs. But what you can do is once you select your voiceover and you want to preview it, with 11 Labs, they deduct the characters when you preview. Whereas at the moment, we're not doing that. Why aren't we doing it? Solely for the reason that I don't believe our app is in the best position until I don't have the leverage to turn around to people and say, right, we're going to charge you deducting your characters, because once this timeline's on there, once this gets fixed and the app's running more smoother now, once this changes, we'll give it a week or two, let people get used to it, and then at that point then we will have to then start deducting characters on this preview, not on the generic preview. So for us, I think that shows our commitment to our users. These voice settings here, as you may be able to read, it says increasing variability can make speech more expressive without varying between regenerations. It can also lead to instabilities. So what we've done is we've copied exactly the same as what 11 Labs have. We actually tried at the very beginning to add a speed, a pitch, and a volume, and it just wasn't working. We wanted to be able to speed up the voices, but it just was not viable. So we switched back to 11 Labs' voice settings, which do make a difference. Speaker boost, which is great, offers more clarity on the voice as well. You can hear the actual the sounds far better, and then you have here the exaggeration of the voice as well. So for us, what we wanted to do is not reinvent the wheel. We did try, but it didn't work. So that's pretty much the speech synthesis and the voice lab. So a clone voice, very, very straightforward. Obviously, you can put your name in here. So I'll put it in. You upload your file. Let me go for, let me just give me 1 second. Test sample. There we go. We put that in there. You select the gender. Very similar to what 11 Labs have. So we'll put, actually, it's Indonesian. Yeah, put Indonesian, use case, narrator, whatever your use case is, narrator. Okay, and then your description for your voice. So what these do, these are like tags. So for instance, when you get your clone voice, you'll see the tag, so you can identify what the clone voice is. And we have users that are adding multiple clients' voices, so it's good to be able to distinguish what you're using. I don't need to put a description in here because it's just a test, and then I'll press confirm. And this is how, again, please note that my internet's running quite slow, but this is how quickly the clone voice comes back. And there's people on this live now, like Bill Out, aka Francois, who's done absolutely amazing at promoting us without any affiliation with us. And his French voices, you can ask him yourself, are fantastic. We had some guys say the other day, I think J Lo lied to us. There is actually professional voice cloning, and it's not. It's instant voice cloning that's available in the API of 11 Labs and also on our website. So please note, it's not professional voice cloning that's included with 11 Labs. you're only actually going to get with 11 Labs one professional voice clone. It can take between 4 or 5 weeks to actually get that. And Sod's Law, there you go. Okay, I spoke too soon. And now you've got your your voice in there that will show your clone voice. So it's pretty quick. Okay, the clarity of the voices is unbelievable. You heard one of my voices there. There's actually a celebrity here in Indonesia called Boy William. He's quite popular in Korea and here in Indonesia. We did it through his phone, and he did like a 70-second voice recording, and I took that into MNC not last week, the week before, and they thought that I was just playing the recording from WhatsApp, and it was actually the clone, and they were blown away by it. So that gave me a lot of confidence. I was a little bit nervous, but they were like, "Really? Okay, prove to us." So I typed the text in and generated his voice in less than 20 seconds, and they were gobsmacked. Their jaws were on the desks. That's how impressive the instant voice cloning is. So yeah, you've got the voices. We've got the music library here. Currently, there's actually 500 tracks available from Epidemic Sound. This will also change. I want to make it more presentable, more attractive, and more intuitive. So you can choose. Yeah, you can see my internet's running slow. You can choose a track here, preview it. Okay, preview it, add it to the timeline. Okay, and then obviously the video here where you can upload your video. And as I've mentioned, next week, when the new timeline's on, right now you can only add one video. Next week you'll be able to add multiple videos, multiple music, and right now you can currently add multiple voiceovers. So in a nutshell, also I think that's probably good to show you. At the moment, the files are MP3 and WAV and MP4. We will be changing that. So I think that's me running through the app pretty quickly. Hopefully, I've not missed anything. I think that's everything from a sort of a short perspective. So if I jump back onto this, is there anything that you want to see, Albert, or has there anybody asked anything on the
Yeah,
chat?
I was monitoring about the questions that being
Yeah.
asked. So we need to do two things quickly.
Yes. Tell me.
First, we need to differentiate what is the difference between the VIP voices and the normal voiceover. And
No
can you
problem.
please show the what I call?
Okay, well, in here that you have this is 11 labs. Okay, so speech synthesis and voice lab is 11 labs. That's VIP and VIP plus. Okay, in our own voice library, same UI apart from here. Instead of this, you'll have speed, pitch, and volume, and everything's the same apart from you get to choose your voices, and you can choose emotions for 35 of those voices. There's actually no difference apart from the speed, the voice, and the volume. The UI is exactly the same, and the only other difference is the voices themselves. As I've mentioned on many of occasions, they come from Amazon Polly, so they're a basic text to speech, which most TTS providers are using. Utter use them, but say that their voices are. I can't remember the term that they use, but they're the standard voices. They're the neural voices. We have had for 2 years, up until 6 weeks ago, only standard and some neural. We spent a whole week removing all of the standard voices, listening to all of the neural, because some of the neural are not quite there, but they're always being worked on. So now in our own voice library, in VoiceOver Air's voice library, Amazon Polly, you only have neural voices. There's no standard voices in there. So the voices are of far better quality than what we've had previously. And then you have VIP voices as well.
Okay. Jason, can you show the pricing page on this on your website, the
Yes.
VIP and the old?
Yeah, I think the best thing for me to do is to actually just log out and show you here. This is probably a better This is on our login page. So as you can see here, these are this here social media professional and expert are our own voice library, as stated here, VoiceOver Air's voice library. Okay. And then right now you have VIP voices, okay, which I think it's already started. Not I think I know. This is our pricing for VIP voices, which gives you 100,000 characters per month. It pretty much mirrors the same as what 11 Labs offer, but our pricing's a little bit higher. Why is it higher? Because of what we offer. We offer the license-free music, the video, and we're constantly adding features. Okay, so for instance, next month you'll have AI script translation in there. By the end of the year, AI text to video, and many other things. So these prices are, for me, are very attractive for what you get. And then if we go to the LTDs, so again, social media professional expert, VIP Voices Plus are our monthlies. Okay. And then you have our LTDs, which are, I've removed tier one. Tier one's been taken out. So we've got tier two, which offers 2 million characters. So please note, we need to add it here because I don't want any confusion. We will add it here. That is a mistake from our side. It should have here VoiceOver Air's library, very exactly the same as what it says here. That needs to be on this. So I don't want to mislead anybody because that's definitely not the reason why it's not there. It's just a mistake. So our tier two is our own voice library, which comes with 2 million characters per month, recurring, one-time payment. Then you have VIP Voices, which is 100,000 characters per month, again, recurring. Please note your characters do not roll over. So if you only use 20,000 characters in a month, the other 80,000 characters the next month won't be there. You'll be back to 100,000. That's not us. That's not on us. That comes from 11 Labs because they charge us exactly the same. Yes, we're buying at wholesale, so we get a better price. But their structure, their business model is to not roll over on the characters. Then you have VIP Voices Plus. For me, this is the better option because it gives you more freedom, and that's what we're trying to do. We want to give our users more freedom when they're creating content and not constantly watching how many characters they've got left. You will be able to see that in your user's account. But yeah, for us, it's just for me, it just offers for an extra $101. It gives you an additional 150,000 characters. So you get 3 million characters a year, whereas in VIP Voices, you get 1.2 million. And then we have the VIP Voices. I had a couple of people that couldn't, what's the word I'm looking for? That couldn't honor that they wanted to move forward with the VIP Voices. They're only a limited version because you're getting 1 million characters a month. So you're actually getting 12 million characters a year. Again, recurring every month, 1 million. And as long as we're around, you guys will have these LTDs. And yeah, I see we're going to be around for for a long time based on what's happening. Hope that answers it for you guys.
Yeah, okay, guys. Let me phrase it again. The plan, So they are actually monthly plan as well as LTD plan. So for the sake of clarity, we are LTD community. Let's look at LTD plan. Okay,
Yeah.
let me share my screen to show that what you actually get.
Okay. Are you going on our website, Albert? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, like just now, Jason was showing that monthly plan, LTD plan. I guess most people here will be interested in LTD plan. So if you pay monthly, this is the price. If you pay LTD, this is the price. Okay, right now on sales, it's not so sale. On for offering is actually voice over normal LTD will be tier two. $200. In the past we have tier one. And right now, we have three VIP voices. For the sake of clarity, first, what they call voices means 299. Difference between this VIP Voices Plus is actually a number of characters per month. This is 250,000. This is 100,000. The rest are the same. Of course, this is the most expensive plan. VVIP Voices, which actually have 1 million characters per month. And I'm not sure, maybe one or two people actually bought this. So, Jason, can you
Yeah, there
confirm?
was, just so you know, Albert, I only put 5 of them out and 3 people paid.
I see.
We're just waiting for one to clear, and unfortunately, 2 people couldn't pay for them, so they're back in the pot. So please note that we're not pushing that VVIP, anywhere. We haven't put it on any of the LTD pages anywhere like that. It's pretty much in our community. We've no reason, because it's not like a huge thing. What it was, and I'll tell you the reason just very quickly. When we moved up to the new tier with in the enterprise with 11 Labs, we had, and we still actually have, an excess of characters available. And what 11 Labs said, well, you're not going to keep them. You won't get to keep them. I said, just give us a couple more weeks. So we're actually going to do a sale this week before we switch to MRR. I don't want to give too many details right now because I need to just finalize it tomorrow. But what we're going to do is offer a sale on characters. It will only be maybe two different types. One tier and 2 tier of characters. But we'll do something that will, because I don't want to lose those characters. I'm happy to give some away. We've done that. And for us, we want to make sure that when we move forward next week, that we're all in a great place. So yeah, the VIP voices, the VIP, sorry, there's only 2 available of them anyway.
Okay, thank you, Jason. So I want to make it clear to one of the members, Stephen Moore. I think he's the most confused guy on
Okay.
pricing. So okay, let me try to convince him what is actually the difference. So if I think he bought the VIP voices. So he is
Mm,
asking, should he also buy voiceover LTD tier two? No, these two are different products. So it's
yeah.
up to you. If you want to buy both, you buy both. You want to buy one, only buy one. The decision is
Yeah.
yours, and you cannot upgrade from one to another. It's a separate product. It's just like iPhone and also Android phone. But of course, this is the same family here.
Yeah. And no need to apologize, Stephen. As I said, it should have said at the very bottom there, where underneath maximum characters production, it should have stated VoiceOver Air's voice library. And look, you weren't to know, so it's actually our fault for not making it clearer for you. As I said, there was a mistake on there. But yeah, they're 2 separate libraries. The 1 million character, the 2 million characters with tier 2 is our own voice library powered by Amazon Poly. And then VIP Voices, VIP Plus, and VVIP are all powered by 11 Labs. So the quality of those voices personally, I don't even think you can compare them because the quality is outstanding. Okay.
Mhm. Okay, and one of the major differences is actually in the VIP voices, you can clone your voice, but not in VoiceOver Air
Correct.
tier two. So
Yes.
this is the most striking differences. So if you want to clone your voice, you have to buy VIP voices. If
Yeah.
not, the normal VoiceOver Air will be sufficient for you.
Yeah. And the good thing with the cloning is you get a maximum of 30, and it's not 30 per month, it's 30 in total. So if, for instance, you want to create 5 different versions of your voice, or 20 or 30 different versions of your voice, or like I said, some of our users are using it for their clients. When you hit that 30, you can then delete some and then redo them again. So it's a good amount. A lot of people won't use 30, but it's good to be able to have them available. And as you've heard, and if you haven't, the instant voice cloning for me is a fantastic product. And as I said, somebody last week said J-Lo's lying. It's not instant voice clone, it's professional. I'm so bloody blown away by how good it is. And we have a great knowledge base that will help you guys. We're not just throwing you in at the deep end. We've got a great knowledge base that will guide you how to create the best clones, how to use the voices. We're going to add spaces. A little button's going to be on there in the next 2 weeks where you can press on the timeline where it will create what's called a break. which will be a delay between a sentence if you want. So it makes it more realistic rather than it just all reading it. So, our goal is to educate you guys as well, and that's really important to us.
Okay, thank you. Let
No
me
problem.
unshare my screen. Okay, Jason, I
Yes.
think we should go into the question and answer.
No problem.
So there are some new questions coming up,
Please.
of course. So before I project up the question, let me put up the participation form for the giveaway. So
Yes.
we have three prizes to be given away, but we're going to do it differently tonight. Most of the time when we do a Facebook Live, we will just spin the wheel. But because these products are actually very expensive, very, very costly and very valuable in my opinion. So we're going to do one spin, but the other two prizes we're going to select by hand, which means we will go back and check back all the what they call your interaction, your question or whatever, and we select two more winners. So we have two prizes on the VIP voice over air lifetime deal tier 2 and one VIP voices. So we're going to give away by spinning a wheel voice over air lifetime deal tier 2. The other two prices we will decide after the webinar. Maybe we'll announce it tomorrow or so after we select. Okay, I hope this will clear the air, because I don't want any misunderstanding again. Because sometimes we do that, people say, "Oh, why? I'm waiting for 1 hour and you tell me last minute." So let's do it. Even though you don't win the prizes, I always say, the participation is actually very valuable, and you can buy it actually, if you don't win, and there are so many what I call Facebook Live, with Jason, with some of the Facebook groups, especially first one is Rohani. Rohani is very helpful in answering all the questions as well. Thank you, Rohani.
Thank you,
Okay,
buddy.
let me project this giveaway form first, so that everybody can participate. Okay, guys, this is the form. Go.downloadsilo.com/voiceover air form. Just fill in the form and we will select one winner from you. Okay. Live chat. Okay, there are many questions, so we hope to finish everything. And I hope you guys will stay back, because I think we will overshoot the time because now it's already 10:57. It's almost 1 hour. So we have about 40 people online live. So which is quite a lot. Okay. First question is Stephen Moore. How long a video can I create?
Okay, so as mentioned, right now, each production, okay, is 15,000 characters. 15,000 characters works out at about between like two and a half thousand words up to about 3,000. Yeah, 2,500 to 3,700 words. So with that, you at the moment, the simple answer is you can create 26 minutes of content with audio. If you've got a video that's 26 minutes long, then you can create a video that's 26 minutes long with audio and music. Right now, the music is only one track. So at the moment, it's only 3.5 minutes. So in our new timeline next week, you'll be able to add multiple voices. You can do multiple voices now. You can add multiple soundtracks, and you can also add multiple videos as well. Okay.
Okay. Can you, Jason, can you just read the question?
Yeah. Can I translate my script into another language using VoiceOver Air? Okay. So what we're going to be doing, we did have used to have translation feature on our own voice library, but it was getting abused. We had a bill for like $1,700 one month, and it was just it was people. There was a select few people doing it. So what we're going to do, I'm hoping, because we've just literally brought in two new full stack developers for the web version, and we brought in a new guy for the website of the mobile side of things. So what we're going to try to aim to do by next month, I'm confident they'll do this because they're very quick at what they do. We're going to bring in Chat GPT translation. So it'll be BYOK. So bring your own key. As long as you've got an OpenAI account, then you'll be able to do the translate feature within that, rather than what we previously had on there. So the answer is right now, no. But by the end of next month, I'm pretty confident. If you join our community, I'm very active on there. The people in this who are in here now will tell you, I do a live every week. I'm pretty much on there every day answering questions. So yeah, please join us, and we'll have the AI transcript translation feature on there by the end of November.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, this is interesting question. Folders
Yes.
and workspaces.
Yes, 100%. So, this is just another feature for us. And, on our roadmap, which we look at every Friday with the development team, it's very important that we create folders rather than just having them all available. And that's not a hard job, Francois. What we'll do is please add that to the roadmap, okay, on Canny. The new development team are now actually going to take over the roadmap. So anything that's on there, we will not just consider, but we will execute on. So, for instance, folders, workspaces, 100%, definitely for a better UI, better UX, definitely they'll be there, and maybe even be there by the end of next month. It might not be a big job for them. I'm not a developer, so I don't want to put them on the spot, but it could be there by the end of next month. But if it's on the roadmap, we'll definitely do it if it's viable.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, Aaron. I think we have actually explained that, by Jason. So you're still in doubt? Go back to the pricing page, then you will see what are the voices. How many voices
And
are there?
yeah, and just quickly then, just a very brief answer to that is right now on our own voice library, there's actually only 300. There's a choice of 900, and as I've mentioned in the live, we don't want to put all of those voices on there. We want to cherry pick the best voices, Aaron. So the 300 voices that are available on the web version and will soon be on the mobile version are all neural voices. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so Bill is actually a very satisfied customer, but you would like to have more control on the emotion and speed of the voice.
Yeah, well, just to add to that, so 11 Labs just 2 weeks ago brought in a thing called Breaks. And what that Breaks does, and someone mentioned it, I think it was Ray mentioned it a few minutes ago. So right now you can put a break in it from 0.5 to 3 seconds, which gives you more control of the speed, okay, of the voice. It slows it down. We will be adding a button. You can actually do that now, but you have to type in the form text to split the sentences, the words up. And at some point, I do know that 11 Labs are actually working on more voice settings. And I'm confident from my last meeting with Kevin last week that they'll have some voice settings on that will make a difference to exactly what you're needing to do.
Okay. So Eugene,
Okay.
that will be the same features, right?
Yeah, exactly the same. That there's no everything from on both our own voice library to our VIP voices. In our own voice library, you get speed, pitch, and volume. Okay, for the voices, along with emotions on 35 of the voices. In our VIP, as you may have seen, you have the clarity, the enhancement, which makes a difference to the tone and everything else that comes with the voices. Okay, good question. Yes, next week you'll be able to do that. You can actually right now you can actually crop the video, but next week you'll be able. It's going to be a more fluid timeline, far more user friendly. So within 7 days' time, Albert's seen it today. I sent a video over, and it's going to be the start of the timeline evolution. So there's going to be a progression over the next 3 weeks of the different things you're going to be able to do, the different features. Okay, perhaps consider adding AI animation of picture we can upload. See, these are all things, Mabel, you know me. I ask every time that someone comes up with a fantastic idea, put it on our roadmap, because unfortunately, my brain, I'm at 45 years of age. I can't remember everything. So please put it on the roadmap, because these are things that will help us grow, that will more importantly help our users. So stick that on the roadmap. You can find the roadmap at the bottom of our website. Click on it, type it in there, and every Friday we take everything on board.
Yeah, I think it's good to, if you are serious on requesting, so please put in the request in the
Definitely.
roadmap. Yeah, that
Please
will be
do.
a permanent record, for both parties. So thank you,
Yeah,
Gabriel.
I encourage everybody. It doesn't matter how silly you might think the idea or how weird you think the idea is, put it on there, because it will make a huge difference into
Okay,
everybody else. What are some
so
specific? Okay.
I think Rouhani has answered this question. Sky is
Mm.
the limit. You can do anything about whatever voiceover. So
Well, that's it. Wherever there's voice, so anything from like my old product on hold marketing, short form video, audio books, that's just three. But the list is endless. Like Albert said and Ruhani's mentioned, that the list is endless. Wherever you hear a voice, you can replace it with AI voices.
okay, thank you. Okay, so build up is actually very very what I call happy about the clone voices. So guys, clone voices is only available in a VIP voice
Yeah.
or VIP voices. So if you want that feature, you have to pay for it. So unfortunately, nothing is free.
Yeah.
We can give it to this normal tier two voiceover.
And just to add to that, please note, guys, that the data that 11 Labs are now collating and that we're collecting as well is just going to make the instant voice cloning even better. So there are still some, not glitches, but the accuracy of it in specific languages. I'm going to be very transparent that there's no reason for me to not be. But every week, every month, they're adding more professional voice clones into it, more instant voice clones, and the quality of it is unbelievable. Yes, the answer is yes. I want to have an interview like, yeah, you can do that. We've actually, we were the first 2 years ago when we launched our mobile app and our desktop version. We were the first provider to actually have multiple voices. I don't know why nobody else did that. Why would you not want to have multiple voices rather than just monologue? So you can actually create. That's why MMC are going to be working with us, because you can create multiple voices. You can have conversations with them, whether it's for a podcast or anything that you want to create where there's more than one character or one voice actor. You can do that. So there's no issues with that.
Okay, Sujit, do you have customer in Estonia?
Well, so right now, that's not under our control for the VIP voices side. That comes from 11 Labs. I do believe that by the end of the year, there's going to be 50 in total. So they're currently 29. So there's going to be another 20, 21 languages added by 11 Labs. They want to work on the quality rather than the quantity, like the wrappers, such as what we use for VoiceOver Air's library. So right now, Estonian, I do believe it's available in our voice library, not in our own voice library, not in VIP. But at some point, I'm pretty confident that the tech will catch up with that.
Okay, are you going to
Yes.
integrate with the new?
Yes, we'll talk about that another day. I'll be back with Albert on that one, but
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course,
So
why
that
would we
that's
not?
another
And
topic.
that's for
So
another day. But the answer is yes, Stephen. Good question.
okay, Larry, my good friend from Singapore, not top up. You have to buy separately, as I said.
Yeah. It's on our website, actually, Larry. You can see that there. I think somebody answered it before. It depends on what you were looking to do. So just to be very clear, with the minimum purchase of extra characters, you can purchase a minimum of 25,000 characters, which isn't going to do anything for you really, because it's going to be split over 12 months. So you can buy a minimum of 25,000, and it goes up to 10 million. I've had someone very recently purchase 10 million, which is just over $2,000, and they're getting the real benefits out of that. So you can buy additional characters.
Okay, I hope Mark from Singapore will not be confused after 1 hour. We have been talking. So, Mark, if you're still confused, let's Yellow talk to you personally later, maybe.
Yeah, no problem at all. Join our community page, Mark.
Okay. Yeah, this Rani is just making some explanation. The product one is actually the just voiceover air. The product two is actually VIP voices. So that's the difference. One is using 11 labs, the other one is using the typical Amazon Poly.
Yeah. Thank you, Rohani.
Okay, this question hosting. Oh, hosting, that will be dangerous game.
Yeah, I think so. It's a great question. And I can't, I don't really have any comments on that at this stage because not because I don't want to comment. Just that at this stage, it's not something that we've thought about. However, put it on our roadmap, and it's something that we will discuss. We're open to, or we're open minded for every suggestion, every feature that potentially could make the app better for a better use case, for a better user experience. So add it to our roadmap, please, and we will discuss it.
Okay, what's
Yes.
the refund period?
Okay, so what we've done is the people that were holding on until the web version was live, we gave a 60-day refund. Now it's at 30 days. That gives you ample amount of time. And if you join our community and ask that same question, we have had no issues with issuing refunds. We're not here to put people in a corner and try to keep hold of them and hold on to their ankle. You get 30 days from the day of purchase. If there's something you don't like after day one or day 29, I can state on this live that you will have no issues with getting a refund. It's just not a problem from us.
Okay, Nguyen from Vietnam asking, whether you support
But
Vietnamese language.
which one in our own voice library? Yes, there are Vietnamese in there. In the VIP at the moment, there's not Vietnamese voices. But again, about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, when I spoke to the VP of Revenue, Carlos, from 11 Labs, they will be adding more Asian languages. So please note, I can't say that they're going to add Vietnamese because I don't know because they've not told me because I have asked for the specifics, but they haven't given me. But they will be adding more Asian languages throughout the rest of this year because that they're needed. So it's quite possible that it will be, but I can't say yes or no. Good question. Phone a friend. All I can say is that the accuracy comes down to the text. Where if we're not talking about the accuracy of the voice, and we're talking about the actual
Meaning.
the reading of it, or the meaning, then if the text is the best it can be, then it will relay it. The only way I would say to do that is to test it. If you've got, test the language. If you've got a friend that's in Italy, for instance, and you've got some Italian text, copy it, paste it, um, export it, send it to them. And as I've said, at the moment, we're not deducting characters. We want people to become familiar with the app. Yes, it's costing us money, but it's okay because in the long run, it's giving you guys an opportunity to familiarize yourself with the app, learn about it. I always encourage anybody, if you're buying this, if you're making an investment into VIP voices, then you need to invest some time in our knowledge base because don't expect it to do everything that you want because the tech isn't like that. You have to learn as well. It's not something you want to do, but if you're investing in VIP voices, definitely do that. Okay. Do all voices storage on a cloud? Okay, so they come depends really if you're looking for from both sides. Our own voice library is just an API call, and the same for 11 Labs. So I don't think they're on a cloud, but you have to have a they're not on a cloud. No, the answer to that is no. Yes. Yes, sir, you will. A translation feature to create different versions of the script and audio, 100%. So, what we want to do is, as mentioned, is that offer the AI translation through OpenAI, through ChatGPT, potentially offer other models that are out there as well, like Claude or anything that's going to benefit. And then what we're also going to do, a little bit of a inside secret from our side, is by December, you guys will be able to create script with inside of VoiceOver Air as well, which I think is fantastic. So you'll basically have an integrated Chat GPT script writer in there as well for you. That I think that plays a huge role for content.
Okay, Kevin, we have said that the 31st of October is the last day for the LTD offers. So just take note.
Yeah.
Okay, how does one purchase the VIP voices? Very easy. Go to the website, just click VIP voices on the top menu. You will see the pricing. Okay. Yeah, this question need to be answered. I think, voice cloning,
Oh, yeah. Does it mean something else? Okay, Darren. Quite simply, the easiest way to explain this is you can clone your own voice. So if you want to record it via a microphone through your laptop or through your phone, which is what I actually did for both of my clones. So you'll need a minimum of 60 seconds. Some people find that the size of the recording does make a difference. I didn't find that, but it's each to their own. This is just my opinion and also 11 Labs' opinion. So you just need to record your own voice. You can record other people's voices as well if you want, as long as you've got their permission. There's some of our users have got like Donald Trump and Andrew Tate and all of these people in there, and I've told them not to do it, but they've done it, and that's their choice. But very simply, Darren, you just record your voice, you upload it with inside VIP Voices, VIP Voices Plus. It then generates your clone, and then once that clone is generated, it will go into your voice library, and then you type your text. You can then play it, preview it, you hear what you say, and then you can add it to the timeline. And you can do that for us. You have 30 custom voices. So basically all it's doing is cloning your own voice or somebody else's voice, and it will be added to your voice library, and then you can use that as and when you wish.
Jason,
Yes.
we only need one sample, or do we? The more sample is better.
Uh, well, so it works independently. So if you, like, for instance, create 5 different samples, that doesn't make the accuracy of those 5 samples better. So, for instance, what I've done, and as I know some people who are on this live right now, what they've done is they've done different variations. So, for instance, I did mine in like a very posh voice, and it came out like a well-to-do English voice, and it came out pretty much identical. Then I did one in a more relaxed voice, and that was good too. So it's that's why you get 30, because what we want to do is make this fun. We want you guys to have fun with it. The whole point of this voice cloning is to test and try and see what works. Read a book. You don't have to speak like you can do whatever. You can do a funny voice if you want. It will clone it. It's all about, really, the most important thing for the voice cloning is the quality of the recording. So if you've got a lot of artifacts, background noise, it will pick up on that, and the voice cloning will deteriorate. If you have no sound in the room, if you've got a good microphone, and like I said, both of mine were on a mobile and they both came out pretty well.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
no worries.
Yeah, you can pay with card or also PayPal. Both are
Yeah,
available.
Yeah, you can use that through Paddle. You just go to our website, airecording.io, click on buy now, and through Paddle, you can do it through PayPal, and you can also pay via card as well. There's no issue with that. Okay, does voice cloning can make my poem reciting perfect? Well, you've got 30 custom voices, 30 clone voices, so try it. I'm not going to say yes because all our voices are different. So the AI will respond to the voice itself. But I think that was a little bit of a joke, but also a serious question. But I don't see why not. So try it, see what you think, give us your feedback. Okay, so the we don't offer a free trial. It's something we will be doing on when we switch to MRR. But you can hear the voices. There's two ways to hear the voices. The first one, the easiest way is go to our website, airecording.io. There's 10 voices on there. If that's not sufficient for you, if that's not suffice, then what you can do is go to 11 Labs and sign up for a free account, and it doesn't cost you a penny. Go to 11 Labs and you sign up. Listen to the voices in there. The voices that you get in there, that the pre-made voices, so the generic voices that are in there are already in our voice library, and then we've added more. So I would say the best thing to do is either listen to the voices on our website or go to 11 Labs, sign up, take a test, listen to the voices, type your text, and then make your decision. To come on board with us.
What happened after you have finished all the characters?
Not a lot because you don't have any more characters to use. But yeah, on a serious note, once you hit that limit, you then have to wait. So, for instance, if you sign up today and you use your characters in the first week, you then have to wait to the 23rd of November to get your recurring monthly limit, which will be 100,000 for VIP or 250,000 for VIP Voices Plus. However, what we have done is we've offered users the ability, because I know that can play on people's minds, on users' minds. So what we have done is offered where you can buy a minimum amount of characters, and we have users that are already doing that. They're buying like maybe 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, and then splitting them across the 12 months. They won't go into 1 month. They'll be divided due to the fact of our back end of how it works. So if you buy a million, that million will be split across 12 months.
That
Not
means
recurring.
that is a add-on, huh?
Yes, an add-on. It's an add-on. It's not recurring, by the way. So when you purchase that 1 million, so after, again, you buy today, and then in 12 months' time, if you purchase today and you want to buy another million as an add-on, that 1 million will go across 12 months. When 23rd of October 2024 happens, it will reset and it will go back to the original amount, 100 or 250,000. It's just an add-on for 12 months. Okay.
Okay. Speed and pitch will be great. Would that be possible?
Well, in our own voice library, yes. If you're talking specifically about VIP voices, then that won't happen until 11 Labs release that, and they've already got the break in there, which is to slow down the voice, and they will be adding more features like that. So what they do is you have to, for instance, if you've got a paragraph of text and you want to slow that down and create some spaces, you actually have to physically type. With us in the next couple of weeks, once we get the timeline on there, there'll be a button on the UI where you can change the space, the break. So it'll be from 0.5 seconds up to a maximum of 3 seconds, and that is only because of what 11 Labs offer. We can't add more, but it's 0.5 to 3 seconds, which will give you the space between sentences, etc. Will you consider Bengali? I do believe in our own voice library, it's in there. However, Latif, right now we have to work within the restraints of what 11 Labs offer. So I don't want to say, again, like somebody asked, I don't want to say, yes, it will be there next week or next month. We have to work with what they offer in their voice library. So at the moment, Bengali isn't available, and I don't want to say yes, it's going to be, because I don't have that information. I do apologize.
Okay. So this is
Great.
a very dangerous question, you know.
It's a dangerous question, but I love that question. Thank you, Anil. I always watch out for Anil across all of the LTD pages. An interesting guy, which is a fantastic question. So, yes, because I'm going to say we will work on that because I really like the not the concept because it's already available, but I am confident that we can do that because there's already software out there that allows you to do that. So with the new team, the new development team that I've brought in, again, if you don't mind putting that on our roadmap, the only reason is because I will forget. Please put it on, and we will look at that. And you're in our community, I'm sure. And at some point over the next month or so, you'll see me mention it. Yes, you can upgrade. There's no issue to upgrade to Plus. You don't have to have two accounts. What you need to do, you've got two options. The first option is with your VIP Voices account, which is the best way to do this, is go into your VIP Voices. I don't know if we've removed that because we're having some issues. You were able to upgrade. If it's not there, I don't know because I was supposed to speak with the developers Friday and I didn't get the chance. If it's not there, then just email join us, JOINUS, at airecording.io, and we will get back to you tomorrow on that. Join us at airecording.io. Thank you.
Okay. Additional cost to buy. Okay, this is add-on, but would that be a permanent feature or just one off?
I think what we're going to do, I think we will make it a permanent feature for our subscription based. What we'll do is because right now we're working like tooth and nail to get the timeline on, make sure everything's functioning right, make sure everything's in the right place. But I'm confident that we'll be able to do that as an add-on, and like have a minimum purchase. Right now it's 25,000. We're going to do it where it might be 100,000 because when you look at that and you split 100,000 over 12 months, it's really not a lot. It's not a lot at all. I need to look into that. But yes, I'm confident that we will be able to have it as a permanent add-on for LTD and also for our monthly plans. All right. So I'll give you the quick version. No, and the second version is the reason why, and this is really important for people to understand that. And as I explained to you today, Albert, right now we're heavily subsidizing the VIP voices, all three of them. And we don't mind doing that because we're literally into the final week now. So we're not giving a discount because what you're basically getting for VIP voices, okay, is you're getting not just the voices from 11 Labs. You're getting a progressive web application, okay, that is changing, guys, changing every week. So for us to give a discount, it's definitely not something we can do.
Okay, this question from Andy Lim. Stock photo, stock video, and stock images.
Jay, any plan to integrate stock videos and images? Okay, so we were going to do this 2 years ago, and we were going to use Shutterstock, and we decided not to. One because they wanted 50K off of us, $50,000, and the second one was we didn't think at that time that it was viable. However, we do think that rather than stock videos and images, which in my opinion are good, but because of the technology advancements in AI, rather than go down the road of stock images and videos, we'll just make it. Our goal in the new year is to make our app not just AI based for voices, music, and video. So, but at the moment, I don't think like looking at Mid Journey, which is fantastic. There's some great ones out there. But if we're to do that, Andy, I think we'll go down the route of AI AI images and AI voice AI videos. Sorry. So right now, I don't. It's not on our roadmap for the rest of this year. If that changes, if something pops up, we're in discussions with a few companies at the moment. Then yes, definitely. But we won't use like the ones that are out there at the moment that are offering stock videos and images. It will be AI based. That's our goal. That's where we have to aim for.
Okay, so regarding this pauses and also emotion.
Yes, yeah, exactly like that. You can do that now in the app, Ray. You can go in and do that. You can put. I can. Well, I'll even after this chat, I'll put a link in there that will take you to the 11 Labs pages. I think it's in our knowledge base. We're actually updating it again in the morning. We update it every week. So exactly what you've put there, Ray, will give you what you need. But within a fortnight, you won't need to type that. You'll just click the button. You'll increase the duration from 0.5 up to a maximum of 3 seconds. You'll just click it, add it, and then it will be done for you. Save you typing. Okay. Thank you, Andy.
Okay. Yeah, Mabel, can you just share the link of your video?
Yeah, it's really cool. Is that the Michael Caine one? If that's the Michael Caine one, I love it. It's fantastic. She's in Mabel's in our competition on our community, so and they're all fantastic videos. Really good effort, Mabel.
Okay, this is another interesting feature. Use AI to actually
Analyze the whole
analyze
voice
and also
output and
insert.
auto insert spaces. That's a good one. Okay. It's a good one for this time of night. I'll have to think about that one. But yeah, great question or a great suggestion, Larry. Thank you.
This is supernatural language,
Yeah. You can add that. Yeah, you can add them. It will read it for you. One thing I'll also advise people on as well, as I've mentioned about our knowledge base, but is also to spell things phonetically as well. Because sometimes, not so much for 11 Labs, because 11 Labs quality is far better than, for instance, Azure or Poly. But you can add erms in there. We've got some great videos that we've created, and people are blown away by them. So yes, you can add in there, and it will work. It will work. There are certain voices that it works better on. But again, it's just trial and error, and it won't cost you any of your characters until I'm actually gonna do this until the middle of November. I'm gonna leave it till the middle of November. I want our timeline on there. I want to add some more features. I want people to get their knowledge base, and then we will change that. Does the voice of Air and VIP have the same interface? Also, do you? Okay, so two answers. The first one is pretty much the same interface. The only difference is the actual voice settings. Everything else is the same. Okay, so that's the first one. And then at the moment, yes, that will change. The new developers that have come in here in Indonesia are working on the back end at the moment, and they will be finished on that, I do believe, in a week to 2 weeks' time. I did say that we would have it on by the end of October. It's not been the case because the timeline has consumed more of our efforts. But at some point by during November, you will be able to have one login. I've explained this to Albert as well. You'll have one login and then you'll have two accounts. You'll click it. For instance, you'll see your voiceover air library and you click for VIP, and then you'll see your VIP voice library.
Okay, this question from Somalia.
Can we create voiceover from voiceover air and add music to myself separately? Also, in case we use the background music available, are they copyright free? Okay, so that's something else we're going to add. The new timeline is going to make a huge difference to users, and I do believe by December, what we'll do, I'm confident it will be by December, we're going to add an upload there for you to upload your own music. Because what you have to understand is, or not, what you have to understand is what's currently available is in Epidemic Sounds library that we have on our platform. They are only like range from like 2.5 minutes up to about 5 minutes, and it's not enough. But that's the normal average size of a music of a soundtrack anyway. But we're going to add a feature on there that you can upload your own music and add that to the timeline. Again, we're aiming for before December for that to happen, or by the end of December. Sorry, not before. And their copyright, yes, all license free, so you have no issues with the voices. For us, we've had in 2 years, I think we've had three licensing issues, and they were all on YouTube. But that's three in 2 years, 2 years in 2 days. So there'd be no issues with that. When creating a project with video, audio, music, can we share a preview link with clients to approve, or should we just export and send? Okay, I like that one, Ray. I would say add that to the roadmap for me because I like that. I think that's a really nice touch for us, especially for small agencies, for businesses that are creating content. I want to add that. I want that on our app. So thank you for suggesting that. It's something I wouldn't have thought of straight away. So please put that on our roadmap, and we will make that happen. Definitely, it's a great feature.
Okay, so this is the same question asked, so
Okay.
they will merge it, if it's the
Yeah.
same email.
Yeah. So
Or
right now, it's two separate accounts. But during the month of November, so in the next 5 weeks, you'll be able to use one login, one email account to get into it, and you'll have multiple accounts inside of that. Hope that answers that for you, Taylor.
this interesting question.
Okay, yeah, great question. So right now, our video editor will be when it comes next week. Again, you'll be able to create multiple videos, multiple voices, multiple music, and then also we're going to put captions on there as well. There's captions available. I'm hoping we can do that by next week. If not, there's going to be elements on there. So as Andy said, you will be able to upload. So if you've got stock footage on your desktop, and you want to add pictures in there, you'll be able to do that as well next month. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an understanding. There are other features, but I don't want to mention them yet, just in case that we don't put them on during November. But we'll do our very most because to me, the timeline, the editing suite plays a key role in the other three main features: the voice, the music, and the video. So that timeline has to be on point. That timeline has to be the best it can be. It won't be next week. It will be great. It will be great. Good. In November, it will be great. And by the end of December, it will be amazing.
Okay, I don't understand this question, Panga.
Can
Can
we
we
change
change
clone?
clone voices? Of course,
Yeah.
you can replace it,
Yeah, if you mean delete it, remove it, yes, you can. If you want to change the clone voices, I think that's pretty much delete it and restart again. You get 30 custom voices.
This is a challenge.
We will be able to make two voices speak at the same time, as sometimes happens in reality. Yeah, well, if you I've got a link for you guys. I can't do it right now. Do you remember, Bill, that the 11 Labs actually put a video out a couple of months ago? Then we did it, and it's of the woman who's stuck on a spaceship, and in there the voices actually cross over each other. So it can be done. It can be done. So I'm going to find out how that's done, and I'll put that in our community because I've heard it. It's on. I think it's like a 60-second promo, and there's two people on there. One's on the spaceship. She's speaking to her friend on wherever she is, and their voices do clash. So yes, it can be done, and I'll find out.
Comment from Mabel.
Okay. I think you need to tell the audience that currently the multiple voices can't be done on 11 Labs API. What do you mean multiple voices? You can add multiple voices. Hopefully, it will be very in the near future. I believe the multiple voices is for. I don't understand what you mean by multiple voices. Do you mean what Bill's just asked, or do you mean adding
Yeah.
multiple voices? Because if you're talking about adding multiple voices, you've been able to do that on the web version for 5 weeks now. If it's the crossing over, it can be done. And by the end of the week, I'll have an answer from 11 Labs on how you actually do that. I'll get an answer from them.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
History.
Yeah, they're available. They're right now. They're we haven't put a time limit on. I did actually say a couple of weeks ago that it was 7 days. That's not the case at the moment. We just upgraded our server, so right now, all of your content, it wasn't there at the very beginning. I know that upset some people, but we addressed it straight away within a fortnight. That's available now. You can save it, and as I think Bill said, folders, and I can't remember the other one, but you will have folders before the end of the year as well. We'll make sure that you can categorize your productions. In future, is there any possibility you will replace 11 Labs because it happens with other products like Pictory when initially we have access to stock footage, access from different? I don't see us changing from 11 Labs unless what is potentially in the pipeline for us late in like a year or two. But no, I don't see us not using 11 Labs unless once we have enough capital, we can actually do what 11 Labs do. And at the moment, we can't do that. So I don't see us changing from 11 Labs. I just don't see it. Unless there's a better product out there, we will change. But for me, there's not. Are there any restrictions on the voices that I can upload for cloning? I ask because anyone can upload anyone's voice and it uses scams. Yeah, so basically, it's in the T's and C's. If you use someone's voice and they find that out, we have to pull you straight from our platform and blacklist you. That comes straight from 11 Labs. So just be careful what you do, and that's what I'm saying. Some of our users have been really naughty, and it doesn't come. It's in our T's and C's. If you get caught using a voice, it's not us that gets in trouble. It's you because you've uploaded it and you haven't got permission. So please, please, please make sure if you're using voices that you have the person's permission. And if it's a funny voice, you can do it. But please, please, please be careful with that because it's not us that lose out. It's you guys. And if you do that, please don't ask me for your money back because it states clearly in our T's and C's. Okay, so please, please be careful. Naughty people. Any recommendations
Background.
for reducing background noise? Even good microphone take white noise. Well, yeah, there's some software out there. I personally would, if you're really serious about it, VJ, I would get a couple of sound pads that absorb the sound. I would do it maybe a couple of walls. Get some of the absorbent. You can buy the foam; it's not expensive. We had it in our studios and for my old company. So personally, I think the best way to do that is to try to have a room that's silent, not too bouncy, not too echoey. Get a couple of the sound pads and record it. If you get a good microphone, and there's people in this who've done this. Bill's one of them. His clones are fantastic. So maybe you could ask Bill if you know Bill VJ.
Yeah, Vijay, can you hear me? Yeah, I mean, I'm actually using this what do you call it, NVIDIA video
Yes.
card, so that solve a lot of problem. I
Mm.
mean, a PC or computer with a RTX NVIDIA card. So other than that, you can buy some software for maybe Crispy, I think.
Yeah, Crispy's one of them, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, so because saying that, only text to speech, right?
Yeah. How to do the UX seem complex? Uh, Personally, I don't think it is. It's pretty self-explanatory. But what you can do is we have a video on our YouTube channel. If you join our community, I'll post. If you put a post out, I'll put the video on there. It's really not difficult to use. I'm saying that from my perspective and a lot of users. But if you're finding it difficult, we'll help you with that. We've got a couple of videos, tutorials on how to act, how to create content.
Okay, documentation is lacking.
How we can control the emotions. Well, you don't actually control the emotions. That the AI works differently to Our own voice library works with Amazon Polly. The emotions come from the context of your script, so it reads the script, the AI actually reads what you're writing. So if it's something happy, it actually states that on 11 Labs, and we actually have it on our knowledge base as well, Mabel. But if you can't find it, let me know. I'll send you a link over via DM. I'll send it over to you in the morning. But yeah, the for us, the emotions don't come like in our voice library where you have to click it every time you want to change it, sad, happy, whatever. Whereas 11 Labs, it works completely different.
Okay, this is a different.
Okay, good question. Do
Mhm.
you plan to be able to create videos from images and AI voices? There was a previous LTD called Fleek, and they did but they never update the product with the quality of the AI voices. Do create videos from images. Uh, okay. Yeah, see, I get that. And I think in our new I don't know what the AI voices means at the end, but if you're meaning you want to create a video from still images, you'll be able to do that next week on our new timeline. If that answers your question, I don't understand, like I said, that the AI voices at the end, but you will be able to add multiple stills to create a video. Okay.
Okay, let me scroll because there are so many questions. I have purchased VIP voices in August. Is it new deal? No, the
No,
same
no,
day.
nothing. Yeah, nothing new. That all we did was, I think I can't remember the exact date, but we just released a plus, and the reason why, again, some people were like, "Oh, you're doing, you're cash grabbing." I was like, "No," because our users were requesting 100,000 characters a month is not a lot. So we were like, okay, well, we can offer X amount for VIP Voices Plus, which gives you 250,000 characters. So that was the only reason we did this. Why we added the VIP Voices Plus, which will be gone next week. That was the only reason. So yeah, VIP Voices you purchased in August, as you mentioned, and then mid September, end of September, we did mid September we did VIP Voices Plus.
Okay, let me move because there are so many questions. Okay, maybe Jay, you would like to explain.
Okay, does the API for VoiceOver work now? Saw a few voiceovers shared by Jay, but not sure if it's created via API. So, what API do you mean, though? Do you mean our own API or do you mean 11 Labs' API? Because right now, the API isn't available. The reason for that is, as I've explained to maybe 2 or 3 people that are requesting it, yes, the API will become available, but we want to make sure that everything's stable before we do that. So, the new timeline will be on there, add a few more features, make sure that I'm confident that I'm happy, and then the API will become available. Yes, it will be available this year for sure.
Okay, so because actually have bought VIP voices, but then he was asking about this VIP plus,
Yeah.
VIP voices plus. So if you need to upgrade, you just
You can check out. Just go into your account. As I said to someone just before, I don't know. I was supposed to speak to the developers on Friday. Um, I don't know if it's been removed because some people were pressing it when they shouldn't. When they were like requesting a refund, I was like, "Why did you press it in the first place?" So I don't know if it's there. We may have. I think it's been taken off by my request. If you do want to upgrade, then please email join us at airecording.io. Okay, JOINUS at airecording.io, and one of the team will get back to you tomorrow.
okay. We just asking how long the files are stored.
Good question, VJ. Well, right now they're on there for us. There's no time limit on it. However, we will at some point change that, because what's going to happen is the amount of people that we have right now compared to the amount of people that we're going to have by the end of the year, that's obviously going to be consuming our money. So what we want to do is to give you guys a time limit that gives you ample amount of time to add them. And if I'm honest, I haven't looked into the cost yet of that side of things with the servers. I do know right now that it's not an issue for us, but once we start to get few thousand more and thousands of more users, we'll obviously have to change that, because it won't be sustainable. But right now, there's no time limit for your files that are stored in your account. We will let you know, of course, via email and our community page as and when that changes. We'll give you plenty of time.
Okay.
Under knowledge base, a page or video with UI tools, explanation steps to create a first project might help. Under knowledge base, a page or video with UI tools, explanation. Yeah, so we actually have that on our YouTube channel. My marketing team are actually they're actually started creating them last Thursday. So we're going to have a video not page, but a drop down, so you'll be able to check the videos out. So yeah, thank you for that, Venkash. We will be adding that. I think by Friday that will be added to the knowledge base. So it is on its way. But thank you.
Okay. Yes. Jason, I
Yes.
think we have answered most of the question, I hope, because I skipped some of the repeated question. And it's
Yes, no
time to
problem.
do the giveaway, one prize.
Cool.
It's about 45 minutes over time. Let me
Yes.
share my screen. Yeah, we have a lot of participants, today.
It's been amazing. I've never, like, 44 people that have been on it, fluctuated between 44 and 45. So thank you guys for your time. And thank you, Albert, for this as well, for giving us a platform. I appreciate you.
Okay, let me share my screen. Hold on. Guys can see my screen, I
Yes, we
believe.
can. I can.
Yeah. Okay, let me check any repeated names. Tell me if you see any repeated names, because it will be better to remove them. I think there is no repeated names, if I'm not
Doesn't
wrong.
look like it.
Okay, one more time.
No, doesn't look like it, Albert.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's shuffle. This price will be voiceover tier 2 LTD. Okay, guys, you must be present when the names are announced. Yeah, if not, we will spin again. Okay, guys, let's do it. And the other two prizes, we will announce it either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. We need to choose because prices are very attractive. So
Mm.
we want to be fair to people who actually participate and also interact.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Oh, bravely.
Oh,
Oh no, Eugene. Okay, Eugene Wilkerson. I think you're the first time to win the prize in my group. I'm not sure
I've
whether
never
you're.
seen that name before. I'm happy about that. For the usual suspects.
Are you there, Eugene Wilkerson? If not, we have to spin again.
Come on,
Please
Eugene.
type your name in the chat so that we can. Sorry, bravely, you missed by a hairline.
Ah, I have to
Somebody
spin
please
again. Come on,
ping
Eugene. Wake
Eugene.
up. I know I talk a lot.
I'm not sure because first time I'm seeing his name. Could be a new guy.
It's probably Andy Lim with his second Facebook account.
Not Eugene
Oh,
Gold.
there he is. There he is. Oh, no, no, no. That's Eugene. This is another Eugene, though. Eugene, go. I don't think he's here. Oh no, Eugene's gone, and we're getting more people on the live. I knew Andy would hear me.
Anybody know Eugene Wilkerson? No, this is the first time I see his name.
It's okay, Andy. You can own up. Oh no, not there. Spin that wheel.
I don't know. Guys, should we spin again?
I think so. What does everyone else think? He's had a couple of minutes, hasn't he? Even if he's gone to make a cup of tea, he'd have been back by now. No. What a shame. Oh, no, spin it like you mean it. Spin it like you want to win it.
Okay, let's remove his name. Okay. Yeah, I will count three. Calling one. Calling two.
Spin it. Spin it.
Nobody? Yeah, calling three. Everybody want to win. Okay, sorry, Eugene, if you happen to come back, your name has been
You
deleted.
move, you lose, unfortunately.
Okay, let's spin again. Short it, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Who wants to win?
Like an auction.
Oh, I thought Mabel names are
Oh,
A.B. Barrick. A.B. Barrick.
come on, don't make us
I think
wait.
he's
The
there.
anticipation's killing me. Got to be here.
Let me check. Where is A.B. Barrick from? I'm not sure.
I think he's gone as well. Going once, going twice. Yeah, I think that's another one done.
Yes, I
Got
think
to be
because
good.
the webinar drags a bit long.
Yeah, it's a
So,
bit
yeah.
delay, right? I'm just gonna have to spin till I win. You're funny, you lot.
Boats alert. I don't think it's a boat. I don't know. I seen his name, but then okay, just
There's a lot of
where
pressure.
where
The
is
box
my
alert.
okay? Let's spin again. Remove his name. Okay, guys, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Latif Mian. Okay, Latif Mian from United Kingdom, if I'm not wrong. Latif, congratulations. I hope you're there. You're always there.
You better be. You're gonna get some impatient people. Thank you to everyone who's stayed on. It's been amazing. I really appreciate everybody.
Those who stay don't win. Those
No,
who stay
exactly.
will win. Not here.
No.
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, yay. Oh, yeah, Latif, thank you. Yeah, you asked a good question before. Thank you for that.
Okay, guys, that's all. Congratulations to the winners, and we will announce the two more winners either tomorrow or the day after we go through the list. And before we end, I would like to apologize, on behalf of Jay as well, because it dragged a little bit long, and we know that this is the last LTD he's going to do before we actually end it on 31st of October. Guys, if you think that this is something for you and you don't want to miss the boat, please consider buying. So if not, hopefully that you can win the giveaway. Okay, Jason, you have anything to tell the audience before we say goodbye?
Yeah, just very quickly, I just want to thank everyone for the time, for spending nearly 2 hours. Obviously, yourself as well, Albert, in making this a special live for me. Because as I said, we'll be done next week. Please join our community page, even if you don't buy, to see the progress of what we're making. Some fantastic comments in here, and yeah, if you're interested in our LTD, which once we switch to MRR, once we switch to subscription next week. You definitely won't see the same LTDs again. So yeah, get it if you want, and if not, join our community page and watch our progress. And we love our community. And yeah, thank you for your time again. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, Jay, I have
Yes.
one comment.
Okay.
If what you have said, all the future updates and also new plans that coming
Mm.
into this voice over air,
Yeah.
it will replace quite a number of tools
Yeah.
in the market.
Yeah.
So I do not know when will happen or will it happen. I
Mm.
hope it will happen so that
Yes.
everybody will be happy. So
Definitely.
all the best to you,
Thank you.
Jason, and also to the winners. And we see you again in the next webinar or Facebook Live in the near future.
Yeah.
Goodbye and thank you.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy your evenings and your day. Take care. Thank you, Albert.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.